Okay, Coach. Well, after the season ends, the Chargers most likely moving about 12 miles north of here. But for now, we've got football at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and our home team. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second and 6. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the gun on third, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Neil Sterling, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a second and 2 now from the 33.
Let's set a time. 5. 41's the mic. Watch the screen. Let's go.
Second and 2. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. First catch for Bryant. He's got a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out.
Hey, Delta.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. That one is caught by Hunt. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26.
70, Indy.
First and 10 at the 26-yard
X3,
line.
218, chopper. Give me that ball. Let go.
On first and 10, Herbert. They'll go screen here to Hunt. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to throw. Herbert, and he completes it to Hunt. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. Badgley's kick is good. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Set. 19. Check. Breakdown. Round him up.
The first down carry here for Johnson. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Will Fuller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans push further out in front.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on first and 10. Looking downfield for Dez. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice.
It's caught inside the 25. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw, Watson. And that is is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to break.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Herbert. It's caught by Bryant. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. He's got the Williams loses the football, and the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll run it with Johnson. Desmond King making the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
High 7, 2.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On the delay, here's Hunt. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Looking to throw. Herbert, throw left side, complete. That's Hunt. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Check 31, check 31. Hey, Orbit.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Pilot, 64, weak. 5.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Herbert. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
A gain of 6 yards. Brings up 4th down and goal.
The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year. They're going here.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
On 4th down, Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made to fit. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting it.
And the pressure gets to him again. Jerry Tillery in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Austin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. To throw on second down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 40 now on second down. Watson. He gets it to Cooks. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on second and goal. Here's Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack. Great leverage.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards now. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Double time.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. Complete to Bryant. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Hey, Charlie.
2nd and 4. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. 3rd down here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back.
Now Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd and 9, Watson forced out to his left. That's complete to Sterling. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Watson now to throw. Flushed out right. And this results in 6. Touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans push further out in front.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
At their own 25-yard line.
Okay, break. Watching you five. We ain't giving up nothing today. Now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Off the play fake. Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have...
And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
He's got a man complete. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st down, Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time. From the gun, Herbert, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Mike Patrick to kick off for the Chargers.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. You know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance where they took control of this game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson escaping the pressure right. And he finds Stills complete. And they are going to to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Deshaun Watson, he's a lot of fun to watch in the pocket, but when he's forced out of the pocket like that, he can make those big plays downfield.
Almost a bad thing when you're pass rushing and you force a Deshaun Watson out of the pocket. He creates extra time. He has the poise to keep his eyes downfield and locate receivers, and it turns into a little bit of a scramble drill for the defensive backs. Where is everyone? And Deshaun Watson finds his target for a big, big play.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
I'm going to run you. Five. Go.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing it in here on 2nd down, this time complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Herbert. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Looking to throw. Herbert dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
You're going to see me in your nightmares.
Off play action. Herbert. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Check 41. Hey, Steve 6. Now.
Off the play fake. Herbert. And it's complete. Henry. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. One receiver left, that's Allen.
80 weapons. Five.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On the ground, this is Johnson. Shrugs him off. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Brings up 2nd and 9. 45-yard line.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Buying time to his left. And that throw intercepted. The Pro Bowl corner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Chargers
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Houston, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.